Hey guys, how's it going? Rachel here from the Bump to Baby Show, and we are sitting here with Jeff today, Jeff Bernstein, who is a financial guy, and I don't really know what he does, and so he's here to tell us. Jeff, what do you do?
Awesome. Thanks, Rachel. Hey guys, so I'm Jeff. I live here in the Oakwood Village, St. Clair West. I'm dad to two very, very young kids. It's a lot of fun, and as Rachel said, I work in financial services. So I am an insurance advisor and the managing partner of Seligman Associates. So we're a third-generation family financial firm. We do insurance planning mostly, and other sort of good financial habits that you should be doing.
Okay, so I have 3 kids, and I should have this stuff in order, but I find this world very confusing, and then I just don't do anything. So I've actually been meeting with Jeff personally myself, and he's getting me organized that way, but some questions for you that maybe will help, and really to keep things simple for people. What about budgeting? Like, how do people budget?
Yeah. So these are like all really good points, and this happens to everybody, myself included, so you can't feel any shame or bad about it. But so with budgeting, if you're having a new kid, you were maybe used to a certain situation, to incomes, whatever it was, and things are going to change. One of you may be on parental leave. You need to really focus on knowing your numbers. So what was coming in and what was going out pre-child, and as much as you can try and figure out, what's going to happen with that new baby in tow. And part of the importance of this is that it's very hard to make financial decisions unless you really know, like, what is that number that goes.
So you really need to sit down with a pen and paper and and go through things.
Or like online digitally, like
right,
there's some amazing tools that I use that I share with people. It's not that daunting once you sort of get into it, and
that's something you can help to guide people on.
Yeah,
right. Okay. Perfect. The next area that we just sort of chatted about was. You have a kid, and I don't know, I had a kid and already I started thinking about university, even though it was so far away. But what do I have to know for education planning? Or what do people need to know?
Yeah, another really good question. So again, it's true, like, it's one of the first things that people start thinking about. Your banks, whatever, like, everyone's sort of throwing all this stuff. You gotta fund your RESP.
Well, and university's expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive. So a couple things to know. First of all, you don't have to do this right out of the gate. It's really great if you've got extra money, at the end of the day, and you're looking for somewhere to put it. It's easier to prioritize your kids than your own retirement, which is farther out.
Okay.
But if you do have a little bit of extra money, any RESP, Registered Education Savings Plan, is a really good thing. The government will give you 20% of your contributions up to $2,500 a year, which I know can be a big number for people, but they will essentially give you $500 that goes right into it. Okay. There are certain restrictions on how the money has to be used, but if you only have the one kid, or if you have more kids in the future, all of that money can be pooled towards all that use.
Okay. And so it sounds like it's not something that you have to do right now. If you don't have the funds, you don't have to stress about it.
No.
But you can also, if you like to plan and organize, then again, definitely people can start right away.
Totally. You can catch up in the future. You can start it really at any point, and there's a certain maximum at which it really doesn't make much sense to fund above and beyond. So the truth is, sitting with someone who can understand and explain this to you is very helpful.
Yeah, which for sure, I find that really helpful. Okay, what else do we need to know? What is insurance? What do you guys what do you do?
Yeah.
What do I really need? Let's be honest. I think a lot of people don't really know what you guys do.
Totally. And there's good reason about that. So really, the main thing that you need to take away about insurance is that it just provides you options. It gives flexibility in the worst sort of case situations, which nobody really wants to focus on. But you have a child, you're now responsible for a life, you may have a mortgage, you may rent, whatever it is. You want to make sure that your family is taken care of in the event that something negative happens. So really, the basic stuff that you need to know, life insurance, it's there to...
I finally got some.
It's there to replace, one or both of the parents if they are not there, and you essentially put a number on that life. which can kind of sound morbid, but it's to provide capital. That's really life insurance. The other sort of main thing you want to think about, especially if one of you is no longer working, the same way that you were, what's going to happen if you can't bring home the money that you were responsible for? And this is like hugely important when you are in the building, financial years of your life, your family's life, you're at the peak of your career, whatever it's happening. You need to protect your ability to bring home that money. And that can either be disability insurance, it can be critical illness, but without folks on that.
Yeah, so it's protection.
It's protection.
Really just making sure that everybody is going to be looked after.
Yeah, and then the only other sort of real big area that people think about, and it's easier if you're an employee, you don't necessarily have to worry about it, is really like who's funding the cost of your healthcare, other than what's like from the government.
Right.
So some of you may have a private plan, you may have a plan through your employer, whatever it is, but these are things that you can also look into dealing with.
Okay, so a lot of options. Jeff will be at the Bum to Baby show all day in the marketplace, so you could definitely come and have a conversation with him. The show is on May the 6th. It's at the Witchwood Barns. And Jeff, thank you so much for being part of the Bum to Baby show family and for helping to sponsor the event and making this a really amazing free community event for everybody in our St. Clair West community.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I'm excited to meet you guys.
Okay, take care.
Bye.
Bye.